All right, everyone. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, this space is built for clear, rational, and fact-based discussions about the Iraqi dinar, global currency markets, and real economic developments. No rumors, no exaggerated claims, just calm analysis and verified information. Before we begin, a quick disclaimer. Nothing in this video should be taken as financial advice. This content is strictly educational and informational. Always do your own research and make decisions carefully. Now let's talk about something that recently grabbed the attention of dinar holders around the world. During a live broadcast, viewers noticed something unexpected on a trading screen. For a brief moment, the dinar appeared priced at 404 against the United States dollar. Not a screenshot, not a rumor posted in a chat group, not an edited image. It was visible live inside an active trading interface while the broadcast was happening in real time. Within minutes, screenshots started spreading across forums, Telegram groups, and social media pages. Discussions exploded. Some people were excited, others were skeptical, and many simply didn't know what to think. Because when you see a number like that, the first question that naturally comes to mind is simple. Is this real? And more importantly, what does it actually mean? This is where we slow down and separate emotion from facts. That price was not an official exchange rate. There was no confirmation or statement from the Central Bank of Iraq, no government announcement, no formal policy change. Instead, the number appeared inside a private liquidity environment, the kind of network where institutions, funds, and large traders exchange contracts and speculative positions among themselves. In simple terms, it showed what certain participants were willing to trade at in that moment. It did not represent a nationwide revaluation of the currency inside Iraq. And that distinction matters more than most people realize. A market price and an official rate are two very different things. A market price reflects short-term buying and selling pressure. It can move quickly, spike suddenly, and disappear just as fast. An official rate, on the other hand, is set by a country's monetary authority and used by banks, businesses, and governments for real transactions. Only official rates change how money is actually exchanged, so while the number looked dramatic, it wasn't confirmation of a revaluation. But that doesn't mean it was meaningless either. Even unofficial price movements can send signals. When traders suddenly assign a much higher value to a currency, it often suggests changing expectations. It tells us that at least some market participants may believe the country's future fundamentals could improve. And in financial markets, expectations often move before policy does. Over the last several years, Iraq has made gradual but noticeable progress. Energy exports have climbed to strong levels. Government revenues from oil remain significant. Inflation management has improved. Banking reforms are being introduced. Transparency around reserves has increased. International trade relationships continue to expand. None of these developments guarantee a stronger currency tomorrow, but together, they create a foundation that investors watch closely. Currencies don't strengthen because of hype. They strengthen because of economic stability, trust, and liquidity. And these factors build slowly over time. That's why experienced investors stay cautious during moments like this, because history shows that real currency adjustments rarely happen through surprise flashes on a screen. They happen through official announcements, structured transitions, and regulated systems. Central banks move carefully. They plan, they test, they communicate. Major monetary changes are almost never random or overnight. So when we see a sudden spike inside a private trading feed, we treat it as a signal, not a declaration. And this is especially important for new holders to understand. Excitement can cloud judgment. When people believe something big is about to happen, misinformation spreads quickly. Fake exchange offers appear. Unlicensed brokers promise special rates. Online scams multiply. Unfortunately, periods of high emotion create perfect opportunities for fraud. Always remember this. Legitimate currency exchanges happen only through regulated financial institutions. No one should ever ask for your note serial numbers, private transfers, or unusual handling fees. If something sounds rushed or secretive, it's usually a red flag. Patience is one of the most valuable tools any investor can have. Temporary spikes can happen for many technical reasons. Algorithmic trading, short-term liquidity gaps, or contract mispricing can all create strange numbers that disappear minutes later. That's normal market behavior. What matters more is sustained activity over time, not a single moment. But there is one clear positive outcome from this event: visibility. For the first time in a long while, Iraq's currency is being talked about again globally. Analysts are watching. Trading desks are monitoring. Discussions are increasing. And attention matters. Because the easier a currency is to trade, the more credible it becomes. The more credible it becomes, the more institutions participate, and increased participation can support long-term stability. Liquidity builds confidence. Confidence encourages development. Even temporary events can spark renewed interest that leads to real progress later. So where does this leave us today? Not in panic, not in celebration, but in observation. The smartest approach is simple and disciplined. Stay calm, stay informed, follow verified sources, keep realistic expectations, avoid emotional decisions. Financial markets constantly move between optimism and fear. Those who remain steady usually perform better than those who chase excitement. What appeared on that trading screen wasn't proof that a revaluation has happened, but it did remind everyone of something important. Change is possible, and Iraq's economic story is still evolving. Whether that evolution leads to a stronger currency months or years from now will depend on fundamentals, policy decisions, and global conditions, not rumors or sudden spikes. On this channel, our goal is straightforward. We focus on facts, we analyze developments calmly, and we ignore the noise. If you prefer steady information over speculation, you're in the right place. Thanks for spending your time here, and I'll see you in the next update.